Hello everybody, I'm BC Begley, and these are your news headlines for September 27th of 2022. Hurricane Ian to begin delivering dangerous surge, rain, and wind impacts to Florida soon. Mandatory and voluntary evacuations, totaling over 300,000 people, have been ordered along Florida's west coast as Hurricane Ian rapidly intensifies into a major hurricane Tuesday morning. Florida's Gulf Coast region, including the Tampa Bay area, is under a hurricane watch ahead of the expected wind, rain, and storm surge from the hurricane. Given Florida's unique coastline, the topography lends itself to the state being highly susceptible to storm surge flooding during hurricanes. Coast Guard spots Chinese and Russian naval ships off Alaska. A U.S. Coast Guard ship on routine patrol in the Bering Sea came across a guided missile cruiser from China, officials said on Monday. But it turned out the cruiser was not alone as it sailed about 86 miles north of Alaska's Kiska Island on September 19th. The patrol boat, known as a cutter called Kimball, later discovered there were 2 other Chinese naval ships and 4 Russian naval vessels, including a destroyer, all in single formation. Switzerland named World's Best Country. Switzerland has reclaimed its #1 spot in the U.S. News & World Report's annual Best Countries rankings after a 1-year hiatus, while the United States and Sweden moved into the top 5 in the 7th edition of the Analyst, which was released on Tuesday. New fully self-driving Volkswagen allows you to work, eat, and sleep. The all-electric Gen Travel car operates at the highest self-driving level and acts as an alternative to bad weather and isn't limited to specific geographical locations, according to the manufacturer. Gen Travel's interior is customizable for each journey, offering configurations for working, eating, and sleeping. Beijing bus drivers to have their emotions tracked by government using artificial intelligence bracelets. Transport authorities in Beijing have begun tracking the emotions and health of long-distance bus drivers in an attempt to improve safety, according to the Beijing Public Transport Consortium. Drivers have been issued with electronic bracelets that will monitor everything from their blood pressure and sleep patterns to their feelings. Local newspaper Beijing Daily reports the agency delivered 1,800 bracelets to drivers. It's not clear what brand the smart wristbands are, but they reportedly measure biometrics in real time to detect anxiety, sickness, and overall fitness. In wealthy Dubai, poor get free bread from machines. With the cost of living surging, free bread distribution for the poor has been introduced in Dubai, a rich Gulf emirate where millionaires rub shoulders with hardworking immigrants. 10 vending machines were installed last week in supermarkets with a computer touchscreen allowing people to select different types of loaves for sandwiches, pita bread, or even Indian-style breads. The machine has a credit card reader for donations, not payment. Bernie Sanders leaves the door open to a 2024 White House run. Senator Bernie Sanders on Monday said he hadn't yet decided whether he will make another bid for the White House. Quote, "That's a big, I haven't made that decision," Sanders said on CBS Mornings. He said his priority now is traveling around the country to get, quote, "often young progressives elected." The UK pound under siege with mounting bets it will drop below $1. Speculators are betting the United Kingdom's pound will slide to a level that was virtually unthinkable in recent decades, $1 or less. After the pound tumbled as low as $1.03 on Monday, the weakest on record, options markets show traders expect it to keep falling. 3-month risk reversal contracts against the pound are near the most bearish since 2016, while others show a 43% chance it will hit $1 before the end of this year. The Kremlin says no decision yet on whether to seal Russia's borders to stop men fleeing. The Kremlin said on Monday no decision has been taken on whether to seal Russia's borders to stop an exodus of military-aged men fleeing the country after days of chaotic scenes during its first military mobilization since World War II. Asked about the prospect of the border being shut, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters, quote, "I don't know anything about this. At the moment, no decisions have been taken on this. NASA's spacecraft hits target asteroid in first planetary defense test. NASA's DART spacecraft successfully slammed into a distant asteroid at hypersonic speed on Monday in the world's first test of a planetary defense system designed to prevent a potential doomsday meteorite collision with Earth, humanity's first attempt to alter the motion of an asteroid or any celestial body, played out in a NASA webcast from the Mission Operations Center outside Washington, D.C., 10 months after DART was launched. New Mexico District Attorney may charge Baldwin in rush shooting. The New Mexico State District Attorney could file criminal charges against 4 people, including actor Alec Baldwin, for the fatal shooting on the movie set of Rust. In a recent letter to the state's finance board, Santa Fe District Attorney Mary Carmack Altweiss said as many as 4 people could face criminal charges in connection with the accident last year that claimed the life of cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injured director Joel Souza. The district attorney said that her office is considering charges including homicide as well as gun violations. Nord Stream pipelines hit by suspicious leaks and possible sabotage. Russia has again insisted it has the right to use nuclear weapons if its territory is threatened, and several suspicious leaks have hit the Nord Stream pipelines, with experts not ruling out sabotage. Tuesday was also the last day for referendums in the 4 breakaway regions in the south and eastern parts of Ukraine. Japan holds controversial state funeral for former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Japan held a rare state funeral for its longest-serving Prime Minister, Shinzo Abe, on Tuesday, despite widespread public opposition to the event. Roads were closed around the Nippon Budokan Hall, where the event was held. Some 20,000 police were mobilized to prevent the sort of security lapses which allowed Abe's suspected killer to walk behind him at a July 8th campaign event and shoot him twice with a homemade shotgun. And those are your news headlines for September 27th of 2022.